Hello and welcome to Factorio, but part 2. Today we'll be researching and messing with trains. So in Factorio, your entire reason for playing the game for 1,000 hours is your factory. That sometimes ends up in some annoying situations. And it's Factorio, trains are the definition of those annoying situations, taking hours to even understand with my smart brain. And it takes a bajillion resources to even begin using trains. So what happened? Well, first off, I started up my world and thought of this absolutely genius idea of using trains. That was a very bad decision. So after that amazing thought, I had started to work in the mines, researching oil because I just love microplastic. So as I did that, I came up with an idea. If I use the trains to get my oil to my base, I could get faster everything instead of driving for a year and a half. So I started steel production for my rails and train systems. So I put up 3 furnaces, put in the coal, put up the inserters and chest and power, and called it a day. And after actually getting the steel, I started the tedious crafting of rails that need steel. And you might be thinking, oh, steel ain't that bad. But guess what? You need 5 iron plates to even start their production, and it's the most tedious stuff ever to wait for several minutes to even get a small amount of rails. So during that, I decided instead of doing nothing, I'd start oil production early. So I began with the oil refinery, a machine that turns crude oil into petroleum gas. And with that petroleum gas, you can shove that into a chemical plant and make solid fuel, the best fuel I can currently get in the entire game. So after creating another environmental catastrophe, I actually started making the train. So first off, after finally getting the resources I needed, I got the locomotive of the train. Then I got an oil tank and the storage tank for the train. So after that, I started the rail building. Honestly, the most annoying part of the entire game in my opinion. So, after getting the rails, I went to work with building the train tracks. So after that, I started to set up the oil production at my base to have fast and accessible oil stuff. Actually, we do need that. So first off, oil refinery. Let's have the oil refinery here. So let's have that. So later I tried to get the train to get the oil from the oil miners to my base, but I had a few problems on the way with the loops. Okay. Now here's the difficult part. How does this work? No, that's just weird. That's just bad. Oh no. I used my brain and it worked. Okay, I'm so much better. Okay, I know the game. But finally, soon after that, it worked. But then I decided to get blue science. I already had red and green science automated, but blue science is a whole other migraine. So day 2 ensued. Wait, day 2? How's it already day 2? But anyways, the first thing I tried to automate was the advanced circuits. No, not these rusty old green circuits. These nice red, refined circuits. So, to get them, I need plastic. So I got the plastic. I need copper wires. So I got the copper wires. And finally, I need green circuits. Wait. Ew. Okay, now I have all the advanced circuits. But now for the sulfur. As I was saying, before I got interrupted, and then I got petroleum gas to put in this totally safe, non-polluting oil refinery. Trust me on this one. But now, as I have 2 of the 3 ingredients, now for the most annoying part of the recipe, the engines. Now you see, to make engines you need steel, which I still haven't automated. And to automate steel at a faster rate than my pet snail, top speed, I need a lot of iron. So I started work on getting a lot of iron. Let me just explain to you what just happened. So, first I put up the drills, then I expanded the smelter factory to handle this new iron, and then I expanded the belts, so that the iron comes onto my bus, and then finally I am able to make steel. Now with these furnaces I first off put the steel into the chests, and then I put the steel into the crafters that actually made the engine, so now I have blue signs after 4 hours of gameplay. So I made sure to send all the free resources to the crafters that made the blue signs, and finally after 4 hours I have blue signs. So with that blue signs I can now research lasers. Yippee! Okay, hope everybody enjoyed this journey today. I know it took a while for me to edit this video, but for the factory machine overlords, I want you to literally that subscribe button, because I'm trying to hit 30 subs by the end of the week. So here's my past video that YouTube wants you to click on, and hope you had a good time, and goodbye.